Hey, what is up guys, it's Arodiad here, and welcome to the Q&A video where I answer all the questions you guys left in the Q&A response question asking video that I posted about a month back. So, I don't really have an intro to this, why don't we just hop straight into this. So, the Gaming Goat, which is one of my really close friends, asked, where do you see yourself in your YouTube career, let's say in 6 months from now? So, I haven't really made a script or anything for this, so I'm just going to freestyle this, but, yeah, I'm going to lay a beat down now, but in 6 months from now, I don't know, I'd hope to be at about, 400 subscribers, maybe even 500, because I've been doing YouTube now, like, I've been posting since November, pretty much. I started late November with my Emerald Let's Play, and at this point, I've gotten to 219 subscribers, which I am extremely grateful for. I love each and every one of you guys, and I don't know, that was in 5 months, with starting from nothing, so maybe in another, 5 to 6 months, we can get to about 400. I'm just, that's just what I'm not really begging or anything, that's just what I think. If it doesn't happen, so what, but yeah, that's where I think that will be and hopefully be there. But now we have Gordon, who asked, what Mega Pokemon is your favorite? And my favorite Mega Pokemon is Mega Medicham. Medicham, I don't know, I love Medicham. I don't know why, it's such a strong Pokemon. I mean, I like its design, I think it's really cool. Pure Power is an amazing ability, and when they Mega Evolved it, they just made it really strong. Okay, so now we have the Slender Man, that says just congrats, and thank you so much, man. Now we have J4 Gaming, which has been around for quite a while. I remember him from early on, and he goes, if you could be a video game character, what would it be? What would I be if I was a video game character? That's kind of, I haven't really thought of that. Okay, so let me go through. I could be like Spyro. I wouldn't be like a Pokemon master, because it wouldn't be like Pokemon. I'd just be like, yeah, I can just throw balls and stuff. I don't know, I'd probably be Kirby. Like, you guys know Kirby, for the simple reason that he could suck up things and get the power. So if I'm sitting in class and I don't get something, I'll suck up the teacher and be like, oh, that makes sense. And I don't know, I could probably get arrested for murder or something. Maybe Kirby's been murdering everyone. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I'd probably be Kirby for that reason alone. My Andy23, which is one of my friends, goes, why are you so cool and how can it be more like you? This is one of my friends that I've known for years, so I'm just gonna tell him, well, Munir, and only he'll get that. But we got Surprised Arvin over here, which is going, what is your least favorite Pokemon, or what is your or who is your favorite YouTuber? Congrats to. So thank you for that, man. Least favorite Pokemon, I haven't really put much thought into this, because I don't there are Pokemon that you'd think you'd hate but have something towards them. I could easily say Vanilluxe because of its design, but I don't know, Vanilluxe doesn't really annoy me. Garbodor I could say, but no, Garbodor, I'd probably say Heatmore. I don't really like Heatmore, or is it, no, is it Heatmore? I'm pretty sure it's Heatmore. It's Durant's enemy, Heatmore. But I don't really like him for the simple reason that, well, one, his design doesn't really do anything for me. I just think it's kind of stupid how they made that Durant Heatmore kind of thing. I don't really like Durant as well, but I don't know, especially Heatmore. It's just something about that Pokemon that doesn't really, I don't know, just doesn't make me want to go towards it. And the second part, which was who was your favorite YouTuber? I watch a lot of YouTubers. I mean, I watch a lot of PokeTubers, especially ones on Lumio Station, if you know that channel. Pretty much the one that I watch the most is, he goes by the King Nappy. I watch him the most. I watch a lot of his series. I also watch a lot of other people, but he's the one that I watch religiously, I guess you could say. Fire Emblems Severa asks, favorite Pokemon generation and least and most favorite Pokemon. So back to my least and most favorite. Least is probably Heatmore. Favorite is obviously Cyndaquil. Favorite Pokemon generation would probably have to say third gen, because when I started off on second gen, right? And second gen for me was a wide open experience. However, I didn't know how to beat the game, so I kind of stopped. I got first gen, my friends gave me Pokemon Blue version, and I played that for a little, didn't really captivate me. But then when I got Emerald for the first time, I looked at it and I'm like, oh my god. No, I got Ruby first, my bad. I got Ruby first, and I got stuck after Roxanne because I didn't know what to do for some reason. Even though you had to walk into Whisper's Cave or something like that. And my grandparents that live in Canada, because a lot of my family lives in Canada, because my mum moved in here So a lot of my, I guess I'm going to the story, which is weird, but my family, both sides originated in Greece. Then one bit, like my grandparents on my dad's side moved to Australia, my grandparents on my mum's side moved to Canada, and then my mum moved here. So I don't really have much contact with my family in Canada, and my grandparents gave me Pokemon Ruby. And Pokemon Ruby, I played the hell out of that. But the sad thing is, I remember bringing it to school one day and it got stolen, and I was really sad. But then they sent me Emerald, and Emerald I played the heck out of. I've overclocked, not overclocked, but I've clocked in more than 300 hours into that game. I loved that game so much. It was so good. It is my favorite because of the story behind it. So I'm sorry if I got all emotional and things like that, but that's pretty much why. Andrew Malone asks, what was your childhood like? So my childhood, it was kind of like, it was like a normal childhood. I wasn't really deprived of anything, but the one thing that's probably different is I didn't have a lot of family here. Like, the only family that I have here are my grandparents, my mum, my dad, my sister, and my cousins. That's the, like, 2 cousins and my auntie. And that may seem like a lot, but considering we're a Greek family and we have like 50 cousins that, like, in other countries and everything like that, it's not really much. Something else, there was a lot of yelling in my household. Like, whenever I'd like turn a corner, there'd be someone yelling about something. So I tend to like just go and do my own thing playing games because of all the yelling in my house, where I really wanted to get away with that. What's your favorite music? My favorite music, I think I covered that in an Emerald episode, but something like slow rock, things like that. Bands like, I don't know, Sick Puppy, Stealing Eden, those are like good bands. Bon Jovi, I really like Bon Jovi. Nickelback, things like that. Those are my favorite music, but I do like any type of music. Anything that like catches my ear. I don't even know that's a saying. I said it in the other one, but if I like listening to it, I don't care what genre it is. Like, I'll even go country and things like that. And who got you into YouTube? So I don't know if it's a specific person, but I remember watching YouTube videos for as long as I can remember. I'd watch Let's Plays like crazy. I'd do all that stuff. I'd love all of that stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just start making videos one day. So I decided to make some videos as I was a little, like when I was really young. And they always started off as an Emerald randomizer and Nuzlocke challenge. And I started recording like 3 years ago. And then it'd be to that time where like I'd be at home sick. Everyone's gone, and I missed out on school, so I'd like record and it'd be like all stuffy nose to be like, hey guys, it's Arodiad. Actually, back then I never used to be known as Arodiad. I used to be known as Lag Spikes with a Z, because my computer was so bad. I'd get lag spikes, and everyone would call me Lag Spikes because I'd just walk in like a laggy like way, I guess you could say. But I think the thing that really got me into it, like seriously got me into it, was I was watching a YouTuber by the name of Hardy Tech Yo-Yo, and he has tutorials on his channel, and it was like how to create a border for your Pokemon videos and like how to like add it in Sony Vegas. So I watched that, I learned how to do it. Then in school, we did some Photoshop skills, and I got quite good at it. Like, I'm definitely not the best, but I've gotten alright at it. And I don't know, with that, it kind of like pushed me, because I made the border. Like, I didn't make the first border for our Emerald Let's Play. I kind of like downloaded a template of Hardy Tech Yo-Yos and kind of changed it around a little bit and used that. The one in our Emerald, Leaf Green Wedlock series is completely new. I created that myself. But yeah, and I think just having it there and like knowing how to edit it kind of like, I don't know, made me do it. But yeah, a lot of YouTubers made me do it, because I loved watching Let's Plays, and I don't know, I just love doing it. So, okay, so now the next question is from Savannah Gaming. I think I said that right. And he's like, man, you're going to be that channel I've watched grown up since about 20. And I remember him from ages ago, like first few episodes out there. So thank you, man, for sticking with me and all that stuff. And this is all one take, by the way, so I'm sorry if I stuff up. But Dragon Stealer asked quite a few questions. And the first one is, how'd you get your username? So my username, it's not really a great story, but I guess I'll tell it. So my username is Arodiad, if you don't know. But one day I had boxing training, and I was wearing a brand of, like, I was wearing skins, and I didn't have enough money at the time to buy like the actual brand, like skins. I bought like the knockoff brand, which was Diodora. And I went for a shower that day, and I looked in the mirror, and Diodora backwards said like Arodiad, or like something like Arodiad, but one of the letters was flipped. I think it was the A and the I. So I checked that out, and then I remembered it wrong. I remembered it as Arodiad instead of like Arodiad or something, or whatever it was. So I remembered it as Arodiad, and I'm like, hey, you know what? That's a pretty cool username. So there we go. That's my username. Have you made any friends because of YouTube? I've made well, for one, I think all my subscribers are really good friends. Like, if you comment in the comment section below, I love to have a conversation with you guys. I always comment, like I reply, everything like that. I have battles on Showdown with you guys. Like I had a battle with a subscriber by the name of Napoleon before. I don't know if the video's gone up of us battling, but it will be going up if it hasn't already. But two main ones was, the first one was Storm Chris, who you have seen on this channel before. We did the top 10 favorite Pokemon together. And yeah, the second one is the Gaming Goat. I don't know if you know him, but they're both in my featured, in my YouTube-ness. They're both really cool people. Go check them out if you haven't. Favorite series you have done. So my favorite series would probably have to be the Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke Challenge. I know it's the only one that we've really like finished, but the reason why I really like it is if you watch the first video and like, I know the editing was alright and everything like that, but the audio, the commentary, I was always like flat like this, like, hey guys, how you going? It was just really flat. And then you watch the finale video and you compare, like even the first like 20 seconds, you just compare the difference and you can just like hear the difference pretty much. And it's just really cool to like see, like I started from there and just doing it over and over again made me get to there, and that's why I really like it. Future LP. So as you guys may have noticed, I don't want to keep this a strictly Pokemon channel. I want to keep Pokemon as the predominant thing, but I kind of want to do some spin-off series on the side. However, with my computer the way it is, I don't really have like the means to do that, but I'm planning to get a new computer soon, hopefully. And the series that I'm planning to do is either Spyro. I'm planning to do the first 3 Spyros for the PS1 and 100% every single one of those games, but it may take quite a while, and the Ace Attorney series. I'm planning to do those 2 as like a side project, like maybe upload 1 episode a week or something like that of that, and like not make it interfere with the Pokemon series. But those are the 2 that I'm really trying to plan in the future. And yeah, favorite starter from each gen. So let's roll through the gens. Okay, so Gen 1 have to be Bulbasaur, because I don't have any real like tie towards any of the 3, but I used Bulbasaur in my Kalos adventures and it was really good. So, well, there we go, Bulbasaur. Second gen is obviously Cyndaquil. I mean, if you think not, you're wrong. Third gen, Mudkip, Torchic, or Trico. So I'd choose Torchic a lot as a kid. However, probably Swampert or Mudkip is my favorite now, so I'd go with Mudkip. Fourth gen, I'd have to say Piplup, because Empoleon is a badass. I used actually a Chimchar. I've never used an Empoleon, but I really like it. I mean, Turtwig's cool and all, but I don't really like that quad weakness to ice. But yeah, I'd probably have to choose Piplup on that. 5th gen would have to be Oshawott. Even though Snivy looks cooler, I really like Samurott. I've always used a Samurott. Samurott's really cool. And 6th gen, it's got to be Froakie. I mean, Froakie, Greninja, just a badass. And do you guys hear that Greninja is in the new Super Smash Bros? I don't know, just thought I'd throw that out. So cool. But yeah, and then the last one, how did you decide on your intro / outro? So I'm guessing it means like my speech, like, hey, it's Arodiad and things like that. So I don't know, it was weird, because when I first decided to record, I literally sat down and said, I'm just going to record. So I clicked the record button and there was like that first few seconds in the intro for the Emerald bit where I didn't know what I was going to say. So I'm just like, hey, what's up guys, it's Arodiad here. And that stuck. And at the end, you know how I'd always say like, don't have much else to say, this has been Arodiad, catch you guys later, peace. That stuck for the simple reason that I literally didn't have anything else to say and I didn't know what else to say. So I was just like, didn't have much else to say, this has been Arodiad, catch you guys later, peace. So that pretty much stuck, and that's the way it happened. So now we have Gundamn Hero, which goes, first off, congrats, so thanks so much, man. Second, why are you so awesome, and just thank you so much. It really makes me happy when I hear things like that. I don't know, it makes everything that I do worthwhile. But one of the questions are, what are the things you use to record? So might as well just say everything I use to record, everything like that. I use a Turtle Beach headset. I think it's like P11s or something like that. They don't have the best mic, but it gets the job done. I use Fraps to record. I wanted to use DxTory, but my computer is really dodgy with DxTory. It doesn't like seem to work. So Fraps is the way to go for me. I edit using Sony Vegas Pro 12, because 12 I find it's a lot easier to navigate. I use Photoshop to do my editing, and when right now I'm recording, but I'm not using like Fraps or anything to record. I'm actually using the default sound recorder on my computer. I mean, it gets the job done. I mean, why not? I mean, I have Audacity, but Audacity, I don't know. The sound recorder works fine, so I might as well use it. And the second one was, ever thought on doing collabs with some newer YouTubers? Just asking since I want to become a YouTuber soon and for the sake of content and stuff. As well as, it's always good to have some friends. Well, the way with collabs with me is, if you guys haven't known, my recording schedule is completely stuffed up. I get maybe half an hour a week to record, and in that time I try to record as much as possible. So to do a collab would just, it's not really, because especially with time changes, it'd be extremely hard to be like, hey, I'm free for half an hour, why don't we just go record, and then maybe in 2 weeks time be like, oh, I have another half an hour, why don't we record, because it could be like 2 in the morning where you guys are. So collabs at the present time are going to be almost impossible to do. However, if you guys did notice in my top 10 favorite Pokemon list, I did do a collab with Storm Chris, which was the reason that we did the audio separately and sent it, and I edited it together. That's the only way it was done. However, I would love to do collabs with people. It's just, I don't know, my situation at home just doesn't allow me to. So that is why I don't do as much collabs as I would like to. But yeah, pretty much. And it doesn't matter about smaller YouTubers or newer YouTubers. It doesn't really matter. You could have 1 million subscribers, you could have no subscribers. I don't really care. As long as I like talking to the person and we have like good chemistry and we can talk well, then why not? I don't care how many subs you have. I don't care if you have -1 somehow. It doesn't really bother me. But we are nearing the end, and Empoleon does ask, would you rather be a Cyndaquil / Quilava / Typhlosion, or be a trainer with a Cyndaquil / Quilava / Typhlosion, and why? So, I'd probably be a trainer, because if I was a Typhlosion, let's assume this is a Pokemon world, because if it's not, then I'd just be like a random Typhlosion walking down the street and everyone would be like, oh my god, what the hell's that, and try to kill me. But if this is a Pokemon world, I'd probably be a trainer for the simple reason that I could have a Typhlosion, I could like treat it like, not like a pet, but like, you know how you treat your dog and things like that, just like roughhouse them and things like that. But if I was a Typhlosion, I don't know if my trainer would be good or not, but I know if I was a trainer, I'd take really good care of my Pokemon. So that is why. And you guys go, also, what is your favorite legendary and why? Favorite legendary? I haven't really put much thought into this, because I don't really use legendary Pokemon as much as I like, because I find them too overpowered. I'd probably say Palkia, because Palkia is the only legendary that I've actually used on my team, and that was when I first played through Pokemon Pearl version, so I'd probably have to say Palkia. And the last comment was from Empoleon as well, saying, almost forgot, congratulations for hitting 200 subs, you've definitely earned them and your hard work has paid off. Thank you so much, it means a lot to hear people say that stuff, so thank you again. And that has been all the stuff, so I hope you guys did enjoy this. Sorry if this was a bit more of a laid back kind of video, I just wanted to answer all the questions, because those were all the questions you guys have left me. I will do more Q&As in the future, I just thought this would be a great time to do it. Thank you guys so much for 219 subs at the present time, it means so much to me, thank you so much. Yeah, don't really have much else to say. This has been Arodiad, I'll catch you guys later, peace.